Pitter-patter, didn't matter sur le Champs-Élysées. Stormy weather caught us together au bord de la Seine.
Ah, Paris. Or Paris. Okay, so you're a vocalist, pianist, composer.
Yes.
I mean, you do a lot.
Yes.
Tell me about this show.
Well, I'm really excited. I've written a 13-song suite, and the title is called San Francisco, Paris of the West. And it basically brings to life the story of the Verdiers, starting with Felix and Emile, and their wonderful trip from Paris to San Francisco to find fortune and open a store which basically became the center of French culture in San Francisco. So I'm really excited to share this new work and new music with the people of San Francisco.
And San Francisco and Paris, do they have a lot of similarities?
Well, I sort of was living in Paris at the time, and so I was wondering why San Francisco is called the Paris of the West. So upon doing a little bit more research, I found this fantastic story and decided to put it to music.
And where is this taking place?
This is taking place at the Walnut Lesher Center for the Arts on September the 14th.
Okay, that's exciting. And the Lesher Center, I mean, it's been around for a long time. There are speakers that are at the Lesher Center, and also musicians, plays. They've offered so much throughout the years.
They're incredible. The DRAA, they do incredible work for the arts, also for underprivileged kids. I did a workshop there in 2014 while I was a student at the Berklee College of Music, and it's just a wonderful organization. I encourage people to check out what they have going on there.
What was the research process like?
It was fantastic. I came, I'm Australian, if you couldn't tell by my accent.
I thought so. I didn't think that was San Francisco.
But I came to San Francisco for a week, and I researched, I read books, and really pieced this together, and then thought about what would this sound like in music. And because I love jazz and the music of Cole Porter and Irving Berlin, the great American songbook, I decided to put the music to this project.
So it's in that tradition.
Exactly.
So that's what the Great American Songbook is.
Absolutely, yes, yes.
Okay, it's all of the classics. So it's not only you performing.
No, we have an all-star cast guest with John Clayton on the bass and Jeff Hamilton on drums. It'll be a 7-piece with horns. I'm really excited for this project. Just for one kiss and Paris in the rain.
Let's talk more about this story. This happens during the gold rush.
That's right, in the 1850s. Mm-hmm. Yes, and it's sort of spread over 3 generations. So Emile and Felix, they came out looking for their fortune, not by digging gold, but by opening a store to sell their French goods, you know, so champagne and some lovely linen and scarves and that. Anyway, they row their boat into the Golden Gate, and they sell out of all of their wares even before they've reached the shore. So they realize that they're onto something. They go back to Paris and bring more goods and set up this store called the City of Paris, which is actually set just on Geary and Stockton Street here in San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
Flash forward to post-Prohibition in the 1930s, their grandson, Paul Verdier, takes over the store, and he turns it into a hub for artists, musicians, politicians. They all gravitated to this store, and it really became the center of French culture in San Francisco. It's a fascinating story, and yeah, I've put it all to music, and so people can enjoy the story in musical form.
And what is that process like, putting all of this to music?
Well, I spent 3 months at the piano.
I thought it would be longer, but 3 months, it seems like a short time.
I think it was relatively short, but I was working very hard every day. Some days I would get a bit stuck, and but no, every day working a little bit on the music, trying to imagine, you know, I mean, the music of the 1930s, Duke Ellington had the hit at that point with Take the A Train. So because this is the music I love, I'm free to write in the style which is my own, which I love as well. So every day writing music and bringing this thing to life.
How did you even get involved in music? Were you really young?
I was 5 years of age, and I had classical piano lessons, but that wasn't going so well. I didn't understand the point of scales and studies. And then my dad, he found me a rock and roll and blues piano teacher, and that transformed my whole outlook on music. He sat down and he played the blues with these big chunky rings, and I thought, that's so cool. Can I do that? And he said, sure.
Sure you can.
He said, sure you can. So he taught me, and I never looked back from that moment.
And how do you go from reading music and somebody else's music to creating your own?
I always wrote songs, you know, even from then. I had one about the snail that was in the backyard, and but it's just something that I've loved to do. I studied at the Berklee College of Music on full scholarship, so in Boston, not in California. So I developed my songwriting there, and now it's just a true passion of mine. I love to do it, and you know, I love to tell stories through music. What better way to communicate to people?
Well, Sarah, thank you so much for coming on Bay Area
Thank
Focus.
you.
And
Thank
we
you
can't
for
wait
having
for
me.
this show to start. And remember, the world premiere of Paris of the West will be at the Lesher Center 2018 concert series that starts September 14th. And for more information, you can go to lesherartscenter.org. We'll be right back.